What is up, you sexy beasts? I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. My name is Vakey. I'm a videographer and a photographer in the functional training space. We all want our fitness photos and videos to look better, right? And that's where I'm here to teach you a few little tips and tricks to make that happen. I feel like a bit of a fraud sometimes. Like, I didn't go to film school. No one really taught me how to take photos. I can't even use Photoshop. I'm just kind of self-taught. I have a crack at these things. And so today I wanted to show you how I create these bobble heads using an app on my Mac called Acorn. That's A-C-O-R-N, Acorn. I believe it's like Photoshop for dummies, I think. Now, I'm sure there's other ways to create these and make them look cleaner and more beautiful, but this is how I do it. And I want to show you it's easy, it's quick. So let's jump into the screen record and I'll show you how I do it. Okay team, so I've got my photo on my desktop here of Rich Fronning. I'm going to go ahead and drag that into the Acorn app. Look at this photo. My buddy Ty took this photo. You can see the floating particles. That's chalk. That's not added in post. That's legit. Anyway, I get distracted. Let's get straight into it. So on the left hand side here, we're going to select this tool here. It is called the Polygonal Select. Wow. So select that bad boy. We're going to zoom right on Rich's face and we're going to basically start cutting out his face. So I'll start here. I like to follow kind of the jawline. So I'll start here on the beard and I'll just kind of drag and click until I've outlined his whole face. I find these work best when the camera setting is at a low aperture, so like if you're shooting at a 1.8 or maybe up to 2.8 most, but the more blurry the background is, the more bokeh you've got, the better. The less detail there is in the background, the better it's going to work. The more you show of the background, so if there's too much detail in the background, you're going to have to be a lot more careful with the way you cut this out. But because this background is pretty much completely blurred, I can be quite rough with these and it's not going to matter too much. Okay, we're getting towards the end here. So what you'll see when you get to the end, you're looking for a little white dot to connect back up to your first little click. So you'll see here, I'll find the white dot. There it is. I'll select, and that's going to complete the cutout. Now, you're going to click on, right click on this, right click, we're going to hit cut, and it's going to get rid of the face. Cool. Now I'll right click on the image again, I'll paste it. And now that's going to paste it as a separate layer. So you'll see now I've got two layers on the side here. And now I can go ahead and manipulate that layer. So if I go up here to layers, I'll go and select rotate and transform, and then scale and rotate. That's going to give me the ability to now increase that layer and create my bobblehead. Well, I might actually use this. This is beautiful. And you can decide how subtle you want to make it or how obvious you want to make it. I think that looks pretty sick right there. Maybe a tiny bit bigger to make it a bit more obvious. Look at that. Now, I mean, that looks good as it is. I mean, once you post that on Instagram especially, it's it's gonna be so small unless people zoom in. Like, you can't even really see the edges. What you can do to tidy this up a little bit though is you can just go ahead and grab the brush tool, kind of the eraser tool, and just make it to a nice small size. Make sure the feather, make sure the softness and the flow is all the way up to 100%. And then what you can do is you can just go around the edges if you feel like they're too sharp. That's pretty good actually. I can't really see, maybe around the beard it looks a bit unnatural but sharp. You can just go and I guess soften up the edges with that brush or with that eraser, just so it fades in a bit nicer, so it's not so harsh or sharp. And there you go. Go ahead and export that. That's it for today, guys. Short and sweet. Stay sexy, raw love, and I'll see you very soon. I'm still here.